right, third grade Tier 3 scholars, Miss Keck here. Super excited to do a reading comprehension lesson with you all today. Before we get started, we're going to make sure we have everything we need in order to be successful. You will only need this story, A Walk Across Town from GetEpic.com, in order to be successful today. So you can pause the video and pull up that book and unpause it when you're ready to continue. Alrighty, scholars, let's jump on in, and I'm going to pose a question to you all. Scholars, how many have walked to the store instead of driving? How many have walked to the store instead of driving? I definitely have. What are some ways that it was different from driving to walking to the store? Tell Miss Keck. Awesome, thank you for sharing. I noticed some of those things too. So now we're going to talk about the story that we're going to read today. Herbie and his family want to go to the ice cream shop. When all the kids pile into the car, Miss Casey says that they should walk to the ice cream stop instead. Let's read and find out what happens in the story. Before we get started, we're going to take a look at some sight words that are popping up right here. We're going to say them together 3 times. The first word is said. Say it. Say it. Say it. Awesome job, scholars. What's this next one? You got it. It's look. Say look 3 times in a silly voice. Ready? Say it. Say it. Say it. Awesome job. Our third sight word for today is, tell me in a mouse voice. You got it. It's like. Say it. Say it. Say it. Awesome job, scholars. And our last word for today is the lovely word before. Say it in a robot voice. Ready? Say it. Say it. Say it. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Alrighty, scholars. Now we're going to talk about decoding words. So you are going to see some words that you might not know. Can you tell me what strategy we use in order to decode a word? Tell Miss Keck. Great job, scholars. Remember, we find chunks that we know and then we say it faster and faster and think to ourselves, does that sound right? Great job. We're going to do it with this word. So you might not know this word, but you can break it into portions that you might know. So I see right here, I know T-I-O-M says a shun sound, shun. And I know pull, I see pull right here. So I'm going to say pollution, 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 pollution. Does that sound right? Does pollution sound right? It does. I've heard of that word before. So I was breaking it down to the word pull. I know that, and I know T-I-O-N makes the shun sound. So I said pol-u-shun, pollution. Great job, scholars. Continue to use this strategy as you're reading. And you might see this word, pollution, when you're reading. Awesome job, scholars. So now we are going to jump in to our reading, but before we do that, we're going to have a thinking job while we're reading. So while you're thinking, you're going to think of this question right here, and is, what does the author want us to learn from the story? What does the author want us to learn from the story? So think about that question as you're reading the book. You can now pause the video and unpause the video when you're done reading. Remember, we want to read it fluently and accurately. You can now pause the video. G-O, go. Alrighty, scholars, let's jump on into our comprehension questions. Remember, when we find the answers to our questions, we must mine for evidence. Tell Miss Keck what it means to mine for evidence. Tell me. You got it. Send yourself some shine. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Amazing job, scholars. When we mine for evidence, it means we find in the text where the answer is, so we can show our teacher, or when we're taking our step test, the answer to make sure we know we're right. All right, scholars, let's jump on in with a factual question. Remember, our factual questions are found directly in the text. Our first question is, what are the reasons Mrs. Casey said it was good to walk? What are the reasons that Mrs. Casey said it was good to walk? Alrighty, scholars, find the evidence. Great job, scholars. Now tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. You did a great job of telling me the reasons why Mrs. Casey thought that it was good to walk. Alrighty, scholars, the next one is an inferential question. This means we looked at the text and the pictures and what we know in order to find the answer. Ready for the question? Here it is. Scholars, what is pollution? Scholars, what is pollution? Alrighty, scholars, find the evidence. Awesome job, scholars. Tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. You got it. You inferred from the text and what you knew in order to find the answer. Next, we're going to move into our critical thinking questions. This means we have to think about how the character or the author might want us to think about the story. So we have to critically think in order to find the answer. Our first question is, how does Samantha and Herbie change throughout the story? How does Samantha and Herbie change throughout the story? Find the evidence. Awesome job, scholars. Now tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. You were just critical thinking. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Amazing job, scholars. Now time for our last question of the day. Are you ready? Alrighty, I am too, scholars. It is another critical thinking question, so we need to critically think in our brains. Alrighty, scholars. What did the author want us to learn from the story? What did the author want us to learn from the story? Find the evidence. Great job, scholars. Now tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. You did an amazing job today working on your reading comprehension and growing your brain. Send yourself, high five, Miss Keck. Send yourself some shine. And have an amazing day. I will see you next week, scholars. So long.